All right, just want to make a little short video about a book I recently read. Um, not not your typical book, I guess. Today I just want to talk a little bit about Bobby Fischer Teaches Chess. Haven't made a book video in a while. I actually work on several at the moment, and I happen to have just finished this. I'm usually reading more than one book at a time, and this, I was only going through a couple pages at a time, and, well, I guess I'll just get into it. So it wasn't actually written by Bobby Fischer, apparently. um, I think he might have approved it or something, and some of his games, or parts of his games, are in this. So obviously it's a chess book, if you haven't figured that out by now. Bobby Fischer Teaches Chess. It is might be the most famous chess book, honestly. I don't know that much about the history of chess books, or chess in general. I should say that I've only recently learned to play chess. Maybe, I think I learned a few years ago, but entirely forgot and never actually played a game against somebody. I might have played a few like games against a computer, but I've only recently relearned how to play maybe 3 or 4 months ago. And I really enjoy it. It's really fun. It's just a great game, strategic for your mind. I like the fact that now you can, there's an app I use, I think it's the just generalchess.com app, and in mere seconds you can have a game going against an actual person or a computer, whatever. And I just thought this would be a really cool hobby for me to add to my list of hobbies, and it's certainly one that I should be able to do as long as I live. Drinking some matcha tea today out of my grandfather's Campbell's soup mug. I don't know why. Maybe he liked Campbell's soup a lot. I'm not sure, but it's not actual matcha tea. I think matcha is when you're actually supposed to consume. It's a tea bag and it said matcha on it. I don't know. I got it for Christmas. Anyway, back to the book. This was awesome. It kind of, the first like 20 pages or so teach you how to play chess. So if you know nothing about chess, this is a great beginner book to get you just to learn the rules. And I just loved how it was broken down. Every page basically has like a puzzle, and it asks you a question, and then on the next page it shows you what the right answer would have been. So it was just a great way for me to learn some basic strategies. One thing I will say against this, though, was it was very overly concerned on, I think you would call it endgame. It's basically just mating. If I were to guess, I'd say 75 to 80% of this book is just about mating, checkmating. So can you mate from this position? Means can you force a checkmate, whether it's in 1 move, 2 moves, 3 moves, or defensively, can you evade a checkmate? And then, basically it would ask you, what's the first move to doing a checkmate here? Towards the end of the book, it's basically like they're mate in 3, if you can mate, and it would be something like, in this situation, can white mate? If yes, what's the first move? So it was really great for starting to recognize some of the patterns, especially like back rank mates and stuff like that. Just now it seems obvious to me if I have someone in this position to mate them in that way. So it's important to learn these strategies, but this is not a very, how should I say, the game of chess incredibly goes on so much. This is not a very expansive book in terms of chess. Like, there's so much it doesn't cover. For example, openings. Like, I still barely know what I'm doing on openings, middle game, stuff like that. it's very, very not comprehensive, I guess is the word I should have been able to find. But I like the fact that it's super short. I like that it's small too. I would oftentimes just kind of go through a couple puzzles before going to bed at night, or just waking up. I'd have it next to my bed. I would bring it with me sometimes. I took my time going through it. I wasn't in a rush. It's kind of weird that you finish the book and then you turn it over and then read it back the other way. I guess it has to do with the fact that I don't know. I guess they didn't have to do it like that. I don't know. That's just how it is. But yeah, no, this is a great introduction to chess book. I've recently just started this one, the Amateur's Mind: Turning Chess Misconceptions into Chess Mastery, by Jeremy Silman. I still know nothing about chess. I'm just gonna be an amateur, and yeah, along with my passion for reading novels, music, some of my other hobbies, I think I would like to add chess to those hobbies. And this is the one that got me started. I am happy to have read it. I actually didn't mark it up at all, so I might even go back to it someday or lend it to somebody who might be interested in chess, because you're supposed to use a pen throughout. I didn't think it was necessary. I actually very rarely do that. I have multiple language learning books that you're supposed to answer it, and I don't like doing that. I know some people really like doing that, even in, like, for example, novels, and that's the last place I would like to do it. I should get into writing notes and such, but in terms of writing in the actual book, it's kind of, I wouldn't call it a pet peeve of mine. It doesn't ruin it or anything. And sometimes, now I'm going back on myself, I even like, if I'll get a used book or something and I'll pick it up and somebody has written some notes. It's just interesting to see maybe someone's perspective on a certain passage or something. So maybe it's the underlining that I don't like as much in the notations. Sometimes it's actually interesting to see what somebody else was thinking when they were reading it. So that's it for today.